I was told that these guys were too old. That was cap. Honestly, I gotta agree with Baldy here. I don't think you win this game without these guys. Linval Joseph just taking up space all over the place. Taking up space all over the place. Look at this, man. When Linval Joseph get his hands on somebody, nothing goes that way anymore. Just a dead stop. Then he corrals Jonathan Taylor, gets him down to the ground. In the second half, they didn't run that ball the way they did in that first half. Once these guys got acclimated and learned the terminology, it was murder she wrote. Linval Joseph, quick hands, get him on the ground. On the ground. Come on, man, stop it. Come on, man. I was told these guys was old and couldn't play, man. Phenomenal job by Howie Roseman. Linval Joseph again, hands on you. He don't even got the ball. That's just in case. Then you see Hargrave coming to clean it up. It is some natural born stars. This is the one right here. On Dominican Sue lined up bare front off the edge. Look what he does to this right tackle or this right guard. Right passing. Combination of speed and power. And Dominican Sue been doing this for a very long time. When you're talking about the generational D tackles in the game of the last decade, and Dominican Sue, Aaron Donald, Fletcher Cox, those are the names that pop up. And Dominican Sue is one of those ones. You know what I mean? Linval Joseph, again, just abusing this center all night. All night. I hope Jordan Davis is watching this tape, man. It's so much that he's going to be able to learn from it. And Fletcher Cox cleaning it up. When you got a guy like Linval Joseph, listen, Jonathan Taylor had to bounce a lot of balls to the outside. Pause. He had to bounce a lot of stuff to the outside because Linval Joseph is just so hard to move. And this is on a goal line, bro. Game over, I think, right here, if these guys score right here, if I got this play right. Linval Joseph again, clogging up that middle. Making it hard. And guys are coming up to clean it up. Coming back to clean it up. It just don't make no sense, man. Dominican Sue, right there with the speed again. Come on, man. Moves. He's been doing this for a while, man. Now this is a championship defense. Now there's no weaknesses that you can exploit. Now there's nothing that you could do. There's nothing that you could look at running for his life. Nothing that you could do now, man. Got to airmail that. You know what I mean? The pressure, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to let you guys know that I'm having a Black Friday sale on all of her season hats. That means all the beanies, the snapbacks, everything. Listen, it's about the beanie, for real. Listen, we 9-0. Use code BF91, Black Friday 9-1 to go get your savings on your Hurt Season gear while it's still available. Go out there and grab it right now. Shout out to all y'all that have been supporting and all y'all that been, listen, man, supporting the movement of your QB1 is just crazy. Remember that list that Chris Sims came out with before we get into the meat and potatoes? How everybody's so much better than Jalen Hurts? Look at Zach Wilson yesterday. Look at Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean? Look at these guys. Look at Baker Mayfield. Look at all of these guys that everybody said was better than Jalen Hurts. It don't look like it today, November 21st, 2022. It looked like a lot of people was wrong, except us that was supporting the Hurts season movement. So go out there and tap in with the movement, man. You already know the vibes with that. Howie Roseman is a genius. Howie Roseman is a genius. I just want to highlight that, man. For Howie Roseman to go out here and acquire Ndamukong Suh and Joseph Linval a couple days before the game. This team being mature enough to get these guys spun up and get these guys ready to make a push. This is a mature ball club, y'all. We're not rooting for, there's no kids on this team. All mature guys ready to help the man to the left and right of them. This is a team. And everybody's out here trying to achieve a common goal. Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh were the best defensive tackles on the field yesterday. The best defensive tackles on the field yesterday, and they just got here, man. They combined for 7 tackles and 1 sack from the defensive tackle position. They look like they didn't lose a step at all. You know what I mean? You saw the voiceover on the Baldy breakdown, man. The proof is in the pudding. The film don't lie. We have obtained exactly what we needed. Now, when we thought we needed help with the run, nobody thought that Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh would be the answer. Nobody thought that. But you know who had the foresight? Howie Roseman, man. Howie Roseman continues. Howie Roseman is GM of the year, man. Hands down. He continues to get pieces that produce. Hassan Reddick. How many sacks is he up to? Somewhere around 7.5 or something like that. Gardner Johnson lead the league in picks. These are all offseason acquisitions. And Dominican Zoo and Joseph Linval Joseph, immediate impacts on the game. Who else was acquired? James Bradbury, 3 picks. Who else was acquired just this offseason alone? A lot of people were acquired. He drafted Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? He was in on that. Slade was here a year early. You know what I mean? This was all premeditated to get us to this point, and you gotta give respect to Howie Roseman in that regard. Now, are we battle tested? And we battle tested. In 58 minutes of that game, we didn't have the lead, but somehow we won. Somehow we won. In 58 minutes, we did not have the lead, but somehow we were able to pull out a win. How does that happen? How does that happen? Are we battle tested? Yes or no? Some people are going to say it was just the Colts. I'm going to tell you that same Colts caught the Kansas City Chiefs on a bad day and knocked them off. The same Colts ran into us on a bad day with all this super juice, a new head coach. That was a bad day for us. They caught us on a bad day, and it wasn't enough to beat us. Jalen Hurts with another fourth quarter comeback. Kudos to him. You know what I mean? The drive that put these guys away. Jalen Hurts might be one of the scariest young prospects under 25, man. I'm telling y'all, man. With the ability, listen, the arm is catching up to the feet when you talk about Jalen Hurts. Yeah, we won that game with our feet, but let's think about how many big plays were taken off of the board due to some of our tight ends and the penalties that they had. You know what I mean? That was something that a lot of us didn't account for. We didn't account for, how the tight ends would have to, play a little catch-up, how they would be rusty. I think it was 2 holds on tight ends, a false start on the tight end. You know what I mean? And on some of those plays, it brought back like a 20-yard game for A.J. Brown. It brought back another good game for Devontae Smith. A lot of those plays, I think it brought back a nice-sized game for Miles Sanders. You know what I mean? At one point, like I said, we were in the 1st and 32. The ball kept coming back. We convert, a flag on the play. Those guys, that's adversity. Getting new guys spun up in a position that had a top 3 talent. The tight end and Dallas Goedert, we didn't run one tight end screen. Because we got to figure out who we can trust with that. Who can we trust with the ball in their hands? We didn't run that one of those, man. That don't dawn on you. We used to having a tight end getting us about 65 yards a game or something like that. We didn't run none of those. That was something that was taken away from our arsenal. So when you take away a top 3 tight end, you know what I mean? When you have a defense that's trying to figure out how to stop the bleeding on the running side of the ball, and your quarterback still has a game-winning drive, that is beating adversity. That is looking adversity right in the face, and that is doing what you're supposed to do. That was the definition of being battle-tested. It's a difference, and I hate to use the Cowboys as an example. The Cowboys could not come back against Aaron Rodgers. Once Aaron Rodgers took that lead, it was a wrap. And they had an opportunity. It went to overtime. You know what I'm saying? Blowing out the Vikings don't make you battle-tested. It don't make you battle-tested. What the Vikings did against the Bills proved that the Vikings are battle-tested. Battle-tested. You can't measure us, or you can't. You got to talk about our war wounds. We got war wounds this season. It ain't all been peachy and easy for us. It's not easy going 9-1. War wounds. Wide receivers fumbling. A.J. Brown fumbled. What we do, go right back to him on the next possession. He held that ball tighter that time. I saw that. It happens, man. It happens. But the fact that I think that we're battle-tested, and the fact that Howie Roseman has continued to show that he is going to do what it takes to win a championship again for the city of Philadelphia makes me happy as a fan. Makes me real happy as a fan, man. Let me know what y'all guys think in the comments, man. Do you like the way, we fought and grabbed that win? Just a great overall team. I feel good. This is one of my happiest Victory Mondays, if you want me to be for real. One of my happiest Victory Mondays, man. I feel really, really good. I feel like that type of win is what we've been missing so far on this season. We've been missing the win to where we had to gut it out, where we had to come from behind. The Cardinals game was somewhat in that ballpark, but we've been missing one of these type of wins. These type of wins bring you closer together as a football team. Proud to be an Eagles fan, man.